Hey guys, what's going on? So I just spent the last weekend down in Boston for PAX East 2011. Now, PAX East is basically a gamer's paradise. Gamers, game developers, and game accessory manufacturers get together and basically just have one weekend of fun. There are a lot of tournaments, game developers show previews to their new games, and then there are new products that are showing off from these companies that make the accessories for them. So I headed down there for the weekend to kind of check everything out. And I actually got together with AKA Trent, who is a buddy of mine. You might see of his videos. They're pretty similar to mine as far as the headset reviews go and everything. And we basically hung around for the weekend shooting stuff and having a blast. So I did go down to PAX East representing myself, but I was also there with MLG. So you might have seen me around with my camera. Well, not my camera, MLG's camera, filming Nexi and a new girl named Allie. So we were shooting content for them, and it turned out really great. It was a lot of fun. So one of the things that I first noticed when going into PAX East was it was packed, and understandably so. I read that there was 70,000 people that came to this event, so that is huge. So pretty much when you go on that trade floor, it is just packed. It's pretty hard to get by, actually. You bump into a lot of people, but hey, maybe you'll make some friends that way. So when I was doing some filming for MLG, we were shooting some upcoming games, so we were doing some interviews with the game developers and checking some of the new games out, as well as me doing some interviews of my own with some of the gaming companies. But with MLG, it was a lot of cool stuff because we got to see a lot of cool games that were coming out. Some I'm really excited for. Probably the game I'm most excited for release since seeing it at PAX East is The Darkness 2. Now, I haven't even played The Darkness 1, but this game just looks phenomenal. It's a first-person shooter, but one of the cool things is that it really focuses on the campaign, where most games nowadays go towards multiplayer, just because you get a lot of the replay value out of that because of online gaming and everything. To tell the truth, I haven't really played a lot of single-player games lately. I just jump right into multiplayer. I haven't beat Modern Warfare 2 campaign, or World at War, or Call of Duty 4, or Black Ops. And while I did beat all the Halo ones, the original trilogy, I didn't beat the Halo Reach game. I just went right into the multiplayer basically. But this game is like one of those games that I would be playing the campaign because it looks so awesome. It's a first-person shooter where you get to shoot stuff and everything, so that seems like all like generic and everything like that. But what's cool is that because of the storyline, you end up having like these Doc Ock arms that are coming out from your back that are demon arms. And pretty much you control your pistols with the R trigger and the left trigger, and then you use the bumpers to control the demon arms. And it's awesome because you can like grab stuff in the street like a parking meter, grab that with the demon arm, and then just impale some dude in the head and like stick to the building. It was really cool to see, or you can like pick up spinning blades and just chop them in half, and it's really cool. They even use the demon arm to grab a car door from a car and use it as a shield as you were shooting two guns to shoot people down with. And then there's a lot of cool executions and everything that you can do with these demon arms, and you do this all yourself with the right bumper and the left bumper, which was really cool. I thought it was going to be automatic, but then when I was talking to them about it, you do it yourself, and I think it's just awesome. So you might have noticed that I have some videos up of PAX East. I basically did a couple of interviews with the companies, like Turtle Beach. I talked to them about their PX5 headset. Triton, I talked to them about their Black Ops headsets and also their new fight sticks because it was also a Mad Catz booth. And then I was also talking to Astro Gaming because Astro is the official headset of PAX this year as well as last year. So Stan and Walter from Astro Gaming were roaming about. So I did some interviews with them. And another company that I did an interview with isn't as known as the three that I just mentioned, but they have a really cool product that's coming out. They're called Project Games, and what they have is this thing called the G155. And basically what it is it's this big case that houses a 15.5-inch monitor. It's an HD monitor that you can strap your system into and basically close it and carry it like a briefcase. So it's sort of like a whole mobile system, like entertainment center that fits in a case that you can travel with. So I was really curious to check their booth out because it's a big thing for competitive gamers to be able to take their gaming with them. Because if you ever go to the hotels at the events or any hotels in general, they aren't going to have 22-inch monitors that are really good for gaming. They're going to have 42-inch, big screen TVs so you can watch your movie on. And even though I only have a couple of videos of my interviews with the companies, there were a lot more that were there. I did talk to Antec, who had their Sound Science rig as well as some of their cases on display, so I got to test out their new 2.1 system that we were playing some Marvel vs. Capcom 3 on. I also got to stop by this booth from a company called MemoBot. Now, MemoBot is really cool because they make designer USB flash drives. Now, it might sound a little bit, what am I talking about? But they're really cool, and I actually had to buy one just because it was so cool. And it's this right here. It's a little Batman flash drive. It's 4 gigs, and it was like 20 bucks at the event. But these are really cool. So Trent actually has an interview with MemoBot that he's putting up. But yeah, they're really cool. There's a lot to choose from. There's even a Halo kind. There are Star Wars kinds. So I think that these are really cool. So I just had to get the Batman one. I think I got the coolest one, the blue Batman. So as I was saying earlier, the event was actually really huge. 70,000 people were there. And you'd think that you'd see everybody just on that exhibition floor, but the convention center that we were at is really huge, and there's actually more to see upstairs on the other levels. There were panels that were speaking on different topics regarding like gaming and everything like that, and there were also like PC-free playrooms, which Astro actually outfitted with their headsets and mix amps, so it was basically like a sea of Astros, which is really cool. There was also a point where I actually got lost in the convention center. I ended up running into these 2 classic gaming rooms. One of them, people were playing things like NES and Super Nintendo, Sega Genesis, and some systems I'd never even heard of, as well as some like Nintendo 64 and everything like that. So it was a lot of classic games, which was really cool. Also Atari and everything like that. But then also I ran into a room that was basically like an arcade from the 80s. The lights were basically out. There was like almost like disco lights or something like that. And then there were some really classic arcade machines. So there wasn't like Street Fighter or anything going on in there, but there was like Burger Time, which was a game that I used to play as a kid at my grandma's house on the NES, and I just thought it was awesome seeing it on an arcade cabinet and getting to play that. So getting lost at this kind of event actually worked out pretty well for me. It was pretty fun. So like I said, there are a lot of companies there representing themselves, and some of them did really cool things. I think it was Kingston who had this little, Pro versus Joe thing where you'd face Justin Wong. Now, if you don't know who Justin Wong is, he's basically, legendary when it comes to fighters like Street Fighter and everything like that. So it was basically you could face him, and if you won, you'd win a hard drive. So you'd face him in Vanilla Street Fighter 4. So it wasn't Super Street Fighter 4. So next he decided to face him, and well, I think there's going to be a video on it, so I'll let you watch that to see what the outcome is. I was going to face him. I was going to show him because Jay Wong don't know about my Ryu. But upon hearing this, he got so scared that he's like, I need to fly away. I don't want to face Steggy. He's too good. He's heard the stories. He heard the legends. But it was pretty fun, and I thought it was pretty cool that anybody could get to play him. Another thing that you are definitely going to want to check out if you go to PAX East is all the swag that you can get. Now, there are a lot of shops there that actually sell some stuff, so there are some shops that sell like used games. Like I saw some Dreamcast games, the systems themselves, like Nintendo 64's Dreamcast VMUs, some PlayStation 1 games, some NES games and Super Nintendo games, and it was really cool. But you'd also get a lot of free stuff from the company. And I actually have on my desk like a treasure trove of stuff that I've gotten from it. So I did buy this from the MemoBot booth because it was just, like a shop, but then they had some workers from there that you could talk to learn a little bit about the company. So I have this that I just bought. Turtle Beach was giving some stuff away. They were giving away like dog tags and these slick shades, but they were also giving away more than that. Basically, if you did their survey, uh, you were basically doing like a roulette thing where you could win a nice prize. And I actually know 2 people who won headsets. One of them won an X11 and one of them won an X41. So that was pretty awesome. So that was really cool. I won the shades. If you went by the Connect section, you get some cotton candy from the carnival thing. Oh, yeah. Some people were giving away Pokemon cards. I totally want to give them a shout out because I got a Cubone and a Grimer. Awesome. So all your business belong to me. Omeganaut East. Yeah. I don't know which part of that was the company name, but let's just see that right there. And there, shout out to you guys. It was funny. I was hanging around with Stan and Walter, and they got like a bunch of them. When right before we did our interview, we ran into them. Another piece of swag that was really cool that I actually didn't get from the booth itself, but Grand Cal gave it to me. Was this little Kingston ball that lights up. I thought it was pretty cool. So, and I lost it. Yeah. I do have to show this as well because I did buy this, but I just couldn't resist. Um, get it? It's a slow bro. Get it? Get it? Anyways, so there's a lot of cool free stuff there. Another thing that we saw at PAX East this past weekend was a lot of cosplay. Now, this is the first kind of like general gaming convention that I've been to, so I had never actually seen like cosplay like this. But needless to say, some people wore some promiscuous stuff, both men and women. There's a lot of boobs and butts flying around. Cammy from Street Fighter 4, somebody dressed up as her, which turned a bunch of heads. Um, then there's two Chun-Lis. One of them was wearing like boxer shorts under his little Chinese dress, though. It wasn't authentic. But then that other guy, he went all out, and props to him. And then there were also some really well done cosplay. Like we saw Misty, that was really cool. There's also an Ash Ketchum with a little Pikachu plush that was really cool. And yeah, so different people were just basically interviewing these different cosplayers because they're really hardcore fans that they would dress up like this. So it was pretty neat to see that because I'd never seen it before. So that pretty much describes my weekend at PAX East 2011. It was a lot of fun. I talked to a lot of cool companies, saw a lot of cool new things, and basically just hung out with my friends for the most part. I mean, I was hanging out with AKA Trent, Nexy, Leaflex Princess, Robski, Revival, Grand Calc, Dyslexia, um, and some others that I can't think of off the top of my head. But yeah, it was a lot of fun. So I definitely suggest you check out PAX East because it's a huge event. And just to fill you guys in on some other stuff going on, yes, I am having the 840 review come out very soon. It's pretty much done. I just got to upload it, but I have one more video that's going up before it because when I came back from PAX East, I was greeted by this guy right here. So expect a video unboxing of this one very soon, and then expect the video review of the Astro 840s as well. So that'll do it for my little vlog slash recap of PAX East 2011. It was a lot of fun, and I'm definitely going back next year. If you were at PAX this year, leave a comment. Let me know how you liked it, and maybe I'll see you next year at PAX East. Maybe we'll get a beer or something. But until then, I'll see you guys in my next video. And if you did like this video and you wanted to stay tuned to more of my videos that are upcoming, hit the subscribe button above and also hit the like button down below because it really helps me out. And yeah, thank you guys for watching this video. Peace.